Oh my gosh.
What's up?
I take these Mondays hard. Like they're my
Why?
favorite day because I get in the studio early.
Mm.
I like it. I like being here, getting everything ready. Just being here. These are fun. It's dirty. The weekend remnants. You know. Oh my god, I had I was at the theater the other day. I went to go see my cousins play. And they don't take credit cards there, which is like I kind of knew. And I'm a guy who never brings cash with them. But I'm like, they're not gonna have that. And if they do, it's gonna be something weird like an iPhone. I don't want to give them my phone or whatever, or my credit card. So this guy in front of me, I'm like, oh my god, I felt like so awesome. Like I didn't help him at all, of course, but so this guy is he like goes to pay. He's like, oh, okay, 2 tickets for whatever the play is. And he hands him a credit card. And he's like, we're not that. The person behind the window goes, we're not that high tech. And he's like, oh yeah, so and of course the girl's like rolling her eyes. She's like, I guess I got it. And they must be like 14, 15, 16. Old enough. No. They're like 16, 17. Old enough. Like where they could have jobs and stuff. At least he can. She pulls out his credit card, gets denied. She has to pull out a 20 and pay for it. He's like, guess I owe you one. And he like punched her shoulder. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not dating anymore. Like that guy's such a douche. Always bring a 20. That's what I say. Always bring a 20.
Mm-hmm.
All he had to do. It was just great seeing her face. She was so mad. She's like, this piece of shit. I love to read into people's lives. Anything that can make me feel better about myself. How are you doing, Betsy?
I'm good.
You agree, though. Always being a 20, right?
Yeah, definitely. You always have to have some type of cash. 10, 20, something.
It's not that
hard.
A dollar. Anything. A dollar. That's the thing. You probably had a dollar.
Well, I always carry like change, loose dollars, because, in New York, it's big and homeless people, on the buses, trains, and, I like to share their wealth of a dollar and some change.
So are you the people, do you give them the money? You give them dollars, the homeless people?
Yeah, definitely.
That's
I'd
nice.
rather give them than for them to, rob me. I mean, seriously. I learned that the hard way.
What happened?
No, I just learned that the hard way, when someone asks you, can you please spare some change or whatever, if you have it, give it.
You just know better.
I don't care what they do. You understand? I don't care what they need it for. They're only asking for some change.
Yeah.
So.
I get you.
Yeah.
I feel like pot stoners, you're not a stoner, but you have that stoner mindset. Who's sharing the wealth. He's like, I don't care if he's using it for, alcohol.
Yeah. Some people make fools out of themselves and say, oh, he's just a drug addict or she's just an alcoholic. I don't care what they are.
I'm always around people that are smoking. They always get asked for things. I used to, like, whenever I would go to Chicago, I'd go to Chicago every, 4 months. So I was a total city kid. I can handle myself in the city. I don't get too scared, but I just avoid it now. I try to leave my house. But, I used to always get bummed for cigarettes. I'd give them one. And then they asked for a light, and they didn't want touching my lighter, too.
An ashtray.
What'd you say? You asked them for an ashtray?
No, I asked them if they need an ashtray. After they asked for a cigarette, a light. I mean, seriously. But I don't mind. If I have it, I give it, so.
Yeah.
I share the cancer with everyone that wants it.
I gotta give them those fake cigarettes, those joke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've been steaming on stuff for a while. I'm glad you're here. As always, this is Betsy Boop. We should introduce Betsy Boop. Hi, Betsy Boop. Give a short introduction of you. What makes Betsy tick? Say if you have a first time listener, what would you say to him?
Liquor. No, I'm just kidding. What makes me tick? I don't know. A lot makes me tick. I mean, I'm just me.
All right.
Yeah. so hard to, like identify myself. So
You can always tell when I need like 5 seconds to fix something. I just throw it to Betsy. All right, so I gotta. God, last week was crazy. I ran into. I'm gonna lean back again this episode. All right, I gotta stop doing that. I got these new mic stands so I can lean back like an asshole.
Nice.
I gotta be better about it. Good for I gotta think about my posture more than how comfortable I am. I ran into one of my exes last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I gotta really reel back this conversation to kind of get into this. And I was thinking about like how do I not offend people? I'm already having trouble. I know what offend is. I know the difference between offend and defend. I know offend is the right word. This is a fucking Monday. All right. So all right. I was thinking like, how do I not offend people? But I'm just realizing like, if people listen to the show, like, and they actually get offended or offended. God damn it! I can't fucking do it, Betsy. I'm getting over the sickness. I can't talk. First of all, I'm finally getting over this. Like, I get like a month-long flu, and I'm refusing to take days off. I took 2 days off, or 1 day off, I think. I don't even know. Last week to try to get better, or was it last week or the week before? I don't know. But so I took a day off to try to get better, but I'm in this month's sickness. So I'm gonna try to do these shows, but I feel like I need to preface it. Like whenever I do a drunk show, I preface it so people know, like they don't second guess. It's like, is he drunk? I'm not drunk. I'm completely sober. I just have the flu, I think. Fortunately, I'm in a room all by myself, just Betsy on a monitor. But anyways, I'll just go right into it. So I have to kind of explain my double standard and why I think it's right. Like, for example, Betsy is dating someone who is a guy who's younger than her. And, I guess you don't have to give your age because you're a woman. But, like, what's the age difference between you and Herbie?
12 years.
12 years. So, but how old are you guys? Like, cause I think it always depends on the age, too.
I'm going on 50, and Herbie is 36. He'll be 37.
So 12 years out of your age would be, he is a 10%, like a 10% difference of his age. Something like that. Not a lot.
True.
So that's fine. And I think it goes with ages too. Like, so if you're 25, you can date, what's 10% of 25? About a year? No, wait. 4 years. I can't do the math.
I don't know.
But it's less. But you see what I'm saying? Like 10% of that is, I did all this math in my before this show, so I think it makes sense. So that's why I'm just spewing out math. So it doesn't actually make any sense at all. Just take it for what it's worth. But there's not a huge gap, even though it's because you guys have the life. You guys are older, so it's different. It's like watered down. Like the difference is watered down. I can't think of the right difference. I can't think of the word.
I guess.
But you know what I mean? It's like different. If you were 30 and dating someone that was 12 years younger, you'd be dating an 18-year-old. And that's when it starts getting a little weird. Like,
I started with Herbie when he was 19.
But I also think too. So I have to explain I think it's a double standard too, because I think douche can be like. I think it's different for when the guy is young. Because I always feel like guys can like. I have a lot of daddy issues, so I don't trust any men. I'm very quick to judge. Blame. I have a lot of daddy issues. I'm very quick to blame men for absolutely everything. But I feel like if the guy is older and he's doing it to a younger girl, it's a lot different.
I dated my college professor. He was 33 and I was 17.
Because Kirby's furthest from the. I don't know what you just said, so I'm gonna have to come back to it when I rewatch this episode. What did you say?
I said I dated my college professor. He was 33 and I was 17.
See, like that, I think is different because I feel like not that Herbie's a douche at all, but I feel like douche can be like interpreted as like. The guy is trying to be perceived as being older by just being a douchebag. Not that you have to be a douchebag, but I feel like a lot of younger guys can get older girls by being like, oh yeah, I'm more mature. But it's like, I was trying to think of the right word. It's not like they've gained any wisdom, like they've matured, but like I was thinking a word like beer, like with beer, like they're just aged, like in a horrible way. Like the douche can be interpreted as being aged. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So so you're with me at this point, right? Mm-hmm. So I wanted to explain myself. So I feel like it's double standard. So I ran into one of my exes the other day, and I guess I have to explain a lot of backstory. So I work in studios, work at a radio station, And I work in the main control room with all the like the IT stuff. It's so I can basically see down onto all the other studios. And there's about 4 different studios I go into.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was younger, I dated one of at the time my boss's sister. So I dated my boss's sister. Yeah, I have a very I'll go into my love life maybe after this too. It's very interesting. But I dated my boss's sister. And who was at the time, we were like 15, 16 at the time. So we dated. And so she comes into the radio the place to see a group perform. She does it once a year. So I'm kind of used to it. But I have to. The reason I'm complaining is because I'm forced to see my ex once a year. Because she comes in like I try to be nice too because I'm like in the main area too, so you can't I can't avoid people. Like in a weird way, like I can hide from them, but if I want to go anywhere, like to the bathroom, I can't be avoided in a weird way.
That's a
like I'm in basically like a tree house, basically like a really fancy tree house. So she comes into the studio with her boyfriend. Second boyfriend I've met too over the 10 years I've worked at this place. So I'm king of the castle there. Like I really don't care, but like I just love this. To me, this is like my playground. Like the one day a year I can actually be a huge douchebag about my exes. So she comes in with her boyfriend, and I'm watching this off from like a perch, like, and it's tall enough to where if I just kind of like step away from the window, you can't even see me. So she doesn't even know I'm like there. I think she could have asked someone if I was there. Like it wouldn't have seemed weird for her to ask, like, "Hey, is this person in?" So she's in there, she's watching the show, and I'm kind of managing everything. Like I'm in charge of that studio too, so I'm not like trying to be creepy, but I kind of have to. My job is to kind of like oversee the thing. So I'm basically just staring at the guy from above, though, mind you. This is where it starts getting really creepy. So I'm just above them, just staring down at them like a goblin. So I'm watching them from above, and this guy must have been. She's my age. So she's about. Actually, I don't know. She's within a few years of me. I don't know if she's older or younger than me. I'm not sure, but I think she's about 23. And she comes in with this guy, and he must. And I'm like, how old is this guy? And we all have
How old was he?
We all have these headsets on, so I'm communicating to all the different studios. So I'm talking to the board op, and then the basically the assistant of like if the person needs to go to the bathroom, she does the CDs and stuff.
Right.
So I have them both on headsets, so I can talk to them, like they can hear me, and I can obviously if they're in the same room as them, like they're right there, and I'm staring down onto them. So I'm like, all right, how old do you think this guy is? So one goes 35, one goes 37. Mind you, she's 23. So this is a 12-year gap, and you guys are 12 years, but you're an adult.
Yeah.
You're very aged.
Did I freeze?
No, you did. Yeah, you froze. Let's restart your video. You're here on audio, but.
Okay. All right.
But anyways, so we got a 35, we got a 37. I'm like, oh god, yes. He's like Hawaiian too. He looks like my dad.
He's that old?
He's like 35. Okay, this isn't me thinking. I thought on my own about mid 30s. Like I'm like, sometimes like a 28-year-old can look older.
Yeah.
So the one girl, and they're about. The girls I'm asking, they're I think the ones they're like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Not that matters, but they're not I don't think they're out of touch. So the one goes 35, one goes 37, and then they ask who's now he's not my superior anymore, but we work side by side, which is the best part.
Right.
I don't bring this shit up at all. I'm very respectful. I've never brought it up at all. He goes 25, and I'm like, bullshit. He says 25. He is not as you could. I'm looking at his skin. It's like He doesn't have like crow's feet, but you can like tell.
Ew, you're so
Like, I have a
nasty.
rough.
How can you tell?
Well, I'm like right. I have bad eyes, but I'm okay. Like I'm saying, I'm on top. I'm literally 10 feet above them, looking down at them. I can see them very closely. They don't know this.
You see the feet.
No, crow's
Like
feet. No, not like the feet of a crow. Crow's feet are the things by your eyes.
Oh, my eyes. Oh, okay.
No, not a bird.
Duh, I had a blind moment. My bad.
No, it's not. It doesn't resemble a crow. No, you just tell the skin's like leathery. It's all gross. And I'm like, this is so weird. So I'm like, oh god, why do people like go nuts after they leave me?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, in her defense, I was thinking about dating a 9-year-old, but oh my god. But
You're such an.
isn't that good? Oh, I swear to God, I've been working on that joke for 2 weeks. I thought 9 would be a funnier number than it was the funniest number. That was good. And then I thought about saying the word toddler. Actually, I was going to use toddler because I thought toddler was a funnier word.
Oh my!
Should I try it again?
That was hilarious.
In her defense, I was thinking about dating a toddler. See, that one's pretty good too. I think 9-year, but yeah, toddler's a little bit better. Next time. But So, but anyway, so all the time I'm doing this, I guess there's a conversation about me going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I said, he's not my superior anymore. Like if I wanted to be a big douche, I could be like, hey, I could be like, I could be a huge douche and say the things I did to her sister. Like, not that I would ever do that, but like I could, like I have the trump card. Like I have the I fingered your sister card. But so all along, what's happening is like, I guess the brother goes to the people that are working in the studio. They go, and mind you, I can hear all this. Like it's on the headset.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to the thing. He asks. I guess I can say the people's names. So it's Heidi and Julia. They're working the soundboard. I'll make this less confusing. Heidi and Julia are working the soundboard, and the brother, who's my coworker, is asking Heidi and Julia. So did you know Ryan dated my sister? And I'm like, in front of them. In front of the boyfriend, and in front of the girl, Chelsea. I'll say her name. Kind of have to establish. Oh god, Chelsea was my favorite. She was. I mean, anyone who dated me is like a little bit crazy, but I think it's something. I think it's something I do to people. So mind you, they're just sitting there, I asked them afterwards, like after this all happened. I'm like, what is the boyfriend doing? And I guess she was just like standing there, like looking around. And and the girls are like, like really young, and they're obsessed with this because that's their boss. So basically, I'm a huge dick, and I'm like fucking up the hierarchy of the work environment by saying telling employees only because I don't even know why we brought it up. I brought it up a long time ago, and they're obsessed with it. So mind you, I only brought it up once, and it was in a conversation, like they're like it was really poignant. I couldn't resist. But so they go, yeah, and of course I always look like the asshole. So they go, Jamie goes to the brother goes to Heidi and Julia. She goes, did you know Ryan dated my sister? And then Heidi goes, yeah, he talks about it all the time. Which, mind you, I don't. Ooh. I'm like, no, god damn it. I brought it up unsolicited. I brought it up unsolicited once, and it was in a conversation. Like it really was like, I said we dated. Like that's all I said, and it was really part of the conversation. Like I'm close with them. I'm nice to people. I'm gonna make myself seem less douchey. But this guy,
That's
like,
so
I would never
funny.
do that. That's so disrespectful to your sister. And I can maybe I can kind of see that being like bringing up your sister's boyfriend to your like a brother sister kind of thing. Like I can see that. But that's so douchey.
My daughter and her brother stopped talking because he brought up one of her exes in front of her girlfriend.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And they stopped talking for a long time.
I would never say something like that.
Me neither. None of my business. But I mean, if you don't like the person, then you'll do it. You know.
I mean, she can not come in. I feel like it's a little creepy too. Like, not like I don't think she's actually stalking me, but like she can choose not to come into there. I work there. I don't have a choice. Oh god, I'm so I'm so creepy too because I just avoid people. So like I'm like trying to leave, so I have to like run past them.
Oh boy.
There's like a little door. I peeked my head out the door just kind of because there were a bunch of people coming in. So I always open the door to kind of make sure everything's all right. I police over the situation. But and like almost saw her, so I like hurried up and close the door. But so there's God, this is really fucked up. So there's like a curtain behind all these things too. So I'm trying to leave. I run down the stairs. I walk around, and I'm trying to like see if they're still in that studio because I'm supposed to go in that studio and kind of like just make sure everything's turned off. So they have these big drapes. And I'm like peeking through. I know they can see the drapes moving, but they can't see me. I'm like literally peeking through the drapes just to see if they're still there. And I'm like staring at them. I did like 5 times. I didn't even care if they saw.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Because sometimes people will do that if there's like something big in the room, like they'll like peek through the curtains like an asshole. Just enough.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
How are you not prepared?
Something to lose.
I was just watching one of the replays. I just had to do this for Bobby. Go! I'm vamping.
Okay. Be right back.
I just had to do this for Bobby on one of the replays I was watching. He's like, "Oh, do you mind if I'm parched?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." I got my water. I'm all ready to go. Oh, I felt like I swear to God, I gave him like the Heidi and Joel. I gave him like 5 interviews. I'm like, okay, how did this go down? I'm like, the only reason I'm doing this is because I know I can dedicate an entire show to this. I was really happy. I told him, I'm like, all right, don't think I'm like crazy. I won't bring this up anymore, but I have to bring this up on the show. God. Yeah, I always had like weird relationships. I was thinking about going right into this, but maybe I'll save it. I got a couple things to go into. I'm just trying to see what's best for the show. Let's do Patreon real quick. Patreon.com/badbeef. Help support the show. Man, I'm still into that. I was so I'm like, I really do dread the day they come in there. She comes in there. I don't mind. I really don't mind seeing it, but it's just like, oh god. It's different. Like if I was like organically just running into them, like I can be an adult about it. But this is like a little different. I'm forced into this. Just like this with Betsy. Patreon.com/badbeef. Help support the show. patreon.com/badbeef. Get raw feeds. Get to see me spill wine on my MacBook. That's still there. We get to see we did like a 6-hour live stream for the 100th episode, 200th episode. What is it? A year anniversary. We did a year anniversary. That's what we celebrated. It's coming on the 2-year anniversary of this fine show or whatever.
What are we
Beer Radio. We're talking about Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Betsy supports the Patreon even though she shouldn't, but I think she does it to see the pornography I put up. It's true. Who's yelling in your background? Don't they know you're on an important show? How dare them? Betsy's just yelling now.
No, my son came over here and asked me. He thought today was election day. I said, "It's not election day. It's President's Day."
It's election day.
Probably his.
Speaking of which, oh god, I'm still good at segues. Patreon.com/badbeef. You know they always interview people like during the whenever there's like I don't know, something crazy going on. Like there's a big flood. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Not really.
Like during the blizzard, they interviewed people to see like why, like what, like how you like, you know, are you doing it right? Do you have supply, stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
You get it. Do you not go outside, Betsy?
Who, me? I'm outside every day.
Who, me? But anyways,
I go stay with my mom every day, and then I come home in the morning. Every evening, I go to my mom's. So I'm traveling every day.
Who, me?
Like I got a goddamn job.
All right, so they were interviewing this guy with the son, and they asked him why he was out in the blizzard. And I thought this was pretty good.
We just came from shopping at L'Occitane. It's the only store that's open on 86th Street because my man here did so well on his test. He just wanted some hand lotion, and we went up and got it, but now they're closing. Now let me ask.
You got a hand lotion.
What the hell was that?
It's hand lotion. So here's the guy. He's interviewing. He's staying with the son. I'll play it again. I'm gonna see if you catch it.
From where? We just came from shopping at L'Occitane. It's the only store that's open on 86th Street because my man here did so well on his test. He just wanted some hand lotion, and we went up and got it, but now they're closing.
Now let me ask you. You got good marks, and you wanted hand lotion? I guess because it's cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
The only reason you would need never mind.
What do you think? Do you catch it?
I thought, I mean, hand lotion. I mean, what do you need hand lotion for?
Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Let's make sure our hands stay moisturized. Have a great night.
That's good.
I think this is. I think that's pretty good.
I think it's perverted.
Obviously, Betsy, he's buying his son jerk-off lotion. He did good on a test.
I knew that. I just didn't want
Where?
to say
We
it.
just came from
He calls his son my man. It's weird.
because my man here did so well on his test. He just wanted some hand lotion, and we went up and got it, but now they're closing.
Now let me.
I can see that though. I've heard about that.
That's hilarious.
Reminds me of Weeds. There's a really good show called Weeds where they do that. It's like it's a really
I used to
awkward.
watch that.
It's a
It
really
got
awkward
boring.
like 3-minute segment where the uncle is like teaching the son was like jerking off in like all the socks and like plumbing him, throwing him down like the drains and stuff, and it's causing a lot of issues. So the uncle had to tell the kid how to like jerk off properly. This reminds me of that.
Ask you. You got.
I just thought this is so awkward. Like I think they just didn't really realize it. I think it's good. Like I don't know if it's a joke or not, but it seems really legit.
Good marks, and you wanted hand
I just love his reaction.
lotion. I guess because it's cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Because it's cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It's the best.
And that's
Yeah.
the boy
What did you say?
okay,
Yeah.
the little boy.
Okay, there you go.
Stop it.
Oh god.
You're such a jerk.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Make sure our hands stay moisturized. Have a great night.
I switched to I switched to lotion now. On a serious note, I did. I used to always, even when I was younger, I would buy like really nice lube and stuff. Not anymore. I feel like it's nice. I want my dick to be all silky smooth. It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Because it's cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Make sure.
There you go. That's good. It's all creepy old people in this too. It's from what is that? CBS 2 affiliate. I don't know where.
You're a sick man.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Make sure.
Where do you find these things?
You know.
You know. No, I don't.
Yeah. Real quick, we're going over, but I pulled this real quick. Kanye's in what is it, $53 million debt.
Oh, wow.
He tweeted
Why?
this. He tweeted.
Hold on.
He tweeted, "I want to write my brother still $53 million in personal debt. Please pray we overcome. This is my true heart."
Wow.
Kanye drops new album. This is from I don't even know what this is from. Says he's 53 million in debt. I'm just reading this
That's
right
bad.
now. I'm literally reading this right now. Let's see. Kim chimed in on Twitter saying, "Everyone go get hashtag the new Pablo," which I guess is his album.
The new Pablo?
I guess that's his album or
Oh,
something.
yeah. My son was just listening to that.
Does he like it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I didn't listen to it. He was listening to it.
Very good.
His new album
Yeah.
that he didn't pay for.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Anything new, Betsy? Anything we're missing?
No, not really. How was your Valentine's, by the way?
Yeah.
There you go.
It was that good,
It
huh?
was good. You know, I used some hand lotion.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. I just tried to get better. Tried to get rid of the sickness. I ate a bunch of snacked goods.
You don't even sound sick.
I'm trying to hold back.
Okay. Then you're really good at it.
Hold on.
Lisa Valentine's lotion.
Hold on, I'll get
You
some.
have some love lotion. Oh, please, don't play yourself. That was not your cough. That was not Shadow's cough.
That's Bobby's Shadow's cough.
Where is Bobby Shadow?
Oh, God. He was talking about his son's boner. We have weird shows.
His son is a trip, though. His son must be a handful.
Right?
Yeah.
Just like that, too.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It's good. All right. I think that's it. I think that's a show. We did a show. I want to be controversial.
You know.
Betsy Boop can, of course, be found at Betsy Boop 35. BETSYBOOP 35. Am I right or am I lying?
You're absolutely right.
What's your Snapchat, by the way? BT Dubs.
Betsy Boop 1.
Betsy Boop 1. Different than Betsy Boop 35.
I couldn't find Betsy Boop 35. Didn't have it available. Someone stole my name.
Betsy Boop 1 on Instagram. I'm, of course, bad, spell it out, bad beef. On Snapchat. Everywhere else except Snapchat, I'm bad beef. Snapchat, bad_beef. But, normal life, bad beef.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me. That's all you gotta know.
Okay, there you go.
I thought that was good. All right. Very good. That's it. We'll be here on Tuesdays with Beer Radio Show. At Beer Radio Show with Bobby Shadow.
Bye, Jamie.
Bobby is right now getting his anus inspected for, colonoscopy or whatever. He's at that age, that ripe old age, where he needs to do that stuff. So that's where he's at today. So we'll hear about that, and we'll talk about a few things. Well, maybe I'll give you a little sneak preview. Actually, I won't. I won't give you anything. That's all I'm gonna say. Tune in, see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Meerkat, Periscope, Ustream, where you can catch us live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the Bad Beef Morning Show with Betsy today. Wednesday's Stiletto. And, of course, the Tuesday Beer Radio Show Bonanza. Yes. All right. That's it. Absolutely.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jonathan. That's how I end every show.
Okay, there you go.
Make sure our hands stay moisturized. Have a great night.
That's good.